Yeah. So I just decided, you know what, for the rest of this cycle of CFB 25, I'm just gonna, whenever I have time to stream, I'm gonna stream and I'm just gonna play a Michigan Dynasty. And I put in my custom uh, conferences because it's what I like to do. I'm playing my playbook, my everything. I'm just gonna do what I like to do and just jump on here and hang out with people while I do it. Like that's the whole point. I can do the rebuilds, like they're fun to do, but like I don't know, dude. I just my attention span for things that I'm not like genuinely into just doesn't stay around for much. So like I'm just gonna play the shit that I enjoy. So I started this the other night and I got to week 5, where I am now on the road at Toledo. And I need to... Okay, I did my recruiting. I already got one commit. Defensive end, Duke Carew. Out of Detroit, Michigan. 6'1", 275, 4-star, number 4 defensive end in the country. But he's my only commit so far. But like, dude, are you are are you able to watch while we talk? Well, I was gonna say, watch what I do. Like, I want you to see how listen, I'm not a football coach, okay? I get that. And I get that this is a fucking video game. But it is so fucking frustrating watching how this Michigan offense runs with a half-ass creative playbook compared to what Kurt Campbell was running last year. It's so fucking frustrating, dude. And it's not even just the playbook. It's the depth chart. Now, I will say there are a couple things I did on my depth chart that I'll show you that I are because it's a game. Like, for example, I have for some of my 2-back sets. For fullback, I have Kalel Mullings in fullback 1. And that's almost exclusively because they put Bredesen at 71 speed and 75 excel. I would rather have Bredesen in fullback 1, but with 71 speed, I can't. Right? So that's done because of the game. But like, dude, like, fucking running backs. I just set Edwards and Mullings up. I put Cabana here. I mean, he was injured last year, so but again, Ben Hall should be faster than 85 and 87, right? But like, third down back, I put Edwards and Cabana. Power back, Mullings and Edwards, and Hall. And then I put Edwards at slot receiver, right? So whenever I run something with a slot receiver, unless Edwards is taking a breather, then Samaj Morgan goes from wide receiver 1 into inside the slot. Then Cabana steps up. So I've got a 3 running back rotation for the most part, right? And running a lot of 2-back sets. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because Mullings, you can see he's at 87 and 91. Like, and now, and then like defensive ends, like I need to fix this because I don't know why this is like this. Click on the video and there's a little sound symbol, like a speaker, no, a speaker symbol on the bottom corner of the screen, and just hit that and a little X will go over it. Yeah. Like if I have the video up on my phone, here, I'll pull it up real quick. So let's see. Oh wait, you're right. There is no speaker symbol. Wait, no, hold on. Oh wow. Why was I thinking? Hold on. I feel like there's got to be a way to do it. But yeah, so I set up the depth chart, right? So I have Derek Moore here, Keyshawn Bennett, and Eno Edit on the left side. Now, again, something I do for the game is I like to move my run stoppers inside after the first year. That's not something I would do in real life, but just for my style of defense, I like to move my run stoppers inside. So after the first year, that I will do that. But let's put Josiah Stewart and TJ Guy on the right side. And then cornerback, we got Will Johnson, Jair Hill. Alright, I set up my rush DNs, I just didn't set up the regular ones. That makes sense. Alright, let's see. So I'm trying out putting Rod Moore in the slot just because people have been talking about him potentially playing slot corner this next season once he's back. Trying it out. I mean, it's cool because that then puts. I actually need to fix this though. Let's see. Put Zeke Berry in with Burrows. Wait, what am I doing? Hold on. That's not right. Okay. Do what? So putting Rod Moore in the slot corner position sets it up so that I'll have a lot more defensive looks with Zeke Berry, Rod Moore, and Makari Page all on the field together at the same time with Will Johnson and Jair Hill. And I think that had Rod Moore been healthy this last year, that would have been the best setup. But dude, Davis Warren is... I like him, but Jesus, they fucked him up in this game. Sorry, I'm responding to a text to Kiyoki. Alright. But anyway, so like I'm just playing the moments. Like I'm not playing like the full game, right? But just watch how. Just imagine if Kurt Campbell had done some of the stuff with this depth chart set up. With a little bit, like I'm not a football coach, but if I can put together a playbook with more creativity than what he had in real life, come on, dude.
And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 teams, target on their back, going on their road and right
so
into the snake pit.
One of the new teams in Division 1 next year is Delaware State, or Delaware. It's Missouri State and Delaware. You should look up Delaware's uniforms. All right, so first quarter drive. So let's see. So right off the bat, right? Why can't we do more shit like this? So look, I've got Donovan Edwards in there in the slot, Khalil Mullins and Cole Cabana here in shotgun duo. Now, this is a play where I would have had Orgy in there, right? Because now you've got 4 guys that can all run it and you don't know where to fucking go. The defense can't key in on any of them. Look at this shit. Because Donovan can catch the ball and run the ball, so you put him out to slot and you utilize stuff like this. They don't know if he's going to be running or catching it. They don't know if he's going to be doing a reverse handoff to Mullins, if you're going to hand it off to Mullins or Cabana, or if you had Orgy out there, if he's going to run it. But no, Kurt Campbell, let's just run it up the middle 3 times with Donovan Edwards.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
See, there's a run up the middle with Mullins. Now I got Donovan here, so I'm going to flip it to a more of an outside run. And I got Mullins in there at fullback.
All offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast.
And he's still running after the move. Now he's
Like,
got it all
it's just,
the way down to
I don't
the
understand why he
21-yard
couldn't have
line
had more
where they are
creativity.
threatening on first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a reverse. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, it's a huge
Hold on. I'm getting... Kyoki's sitting here breaking down Micah's game with me right now. Sorry. I'm getting some information, some behind the scenes information on stuff right now.
I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting
Conversations about stuff with players.
and be on the perimeter of the field.
Leaves it with the back. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on
But
the
like,
road?
there's so much you can do, and like, it's not like they don't run this I formation in Michigan's playbook.
This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one.
But like, there was just no creativity at all with it. Like with Kurt Campbell. Like, I don't get it, dude.
Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early.
Gosh.
You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt.
So what did you think of the Lions
And this one splits the upright.
draft haul?
And with that... Second down coming up. On the ground, it's Stewart. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long.
I saw it's so ridiculous to put this out right now, but I saw a couple way too early 2026 mock drafts, and they had one of them had Pittsburgh picking the guy that I was telling you about yesterday, I think, or was it Lenore Sellers? It was funny. I was like, oh, that'd be funny. Him and I just had this conversation, and if one of his teams, if his AFC team were to pick Lenore Sellers, that would be funny.
And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up.
Go from
And for a quick update,
Aaron
let's go
Rodgers
to
or
Kevin
Kirk
Byers
Cousins
in
for
the
1
studio.
year,
Gentlemen, let's take
and
a
then
look at
draft
what's
Lenore
happening in
Sellers.
this exciting.
It's actually not a bad idea. Better than Shadur Sanders, in my opinion.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. 3rd down play from the gun.
The other who?
Caught near the sideline, it's Morgan.
Dion? No, he's the head coach of Colorado. Yeah.
Finally, this offense starting to shake
That was like the
cobwebs
big
and
deal.
get
So
things moving. It's 1st and 10.
Deion Sanders at one point
Out of
he was
gun, they'll run it
the
inside. He's all the way
the
down to the
head
3,
coach of
and
like
he lets it
Jacksonville
run,
State
has
or
him set
something,
up.
which was a historically black college, and his son went to play for him there, and that was like the big scandal with Travis Hunter at one point, because he was like the #1 recruit or one of the top recruits in the country coming out of high school, and instead of going to a Power 5 Division I school, he committed to a HBCU to play for Deion Sanders. And then after 1 year, I think, Deion Sanders got offered the job at Colorado, and then Shadur and Travis Hunter and a bunch of other players transferred to Colorado to follow Deion.
But how about the execution?
Yeah, he also played some wide receiver, but not like Travis Hunter does.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. He wants to throw.
My critique on Travis Hunter isn't, it's not his ability. My critique on Travis Hunter is his immaturity.
Let's see what they've got
Like,
on 2nd
he
down.
thinks he knows everything. He won't listen to like actual advice,
Throws for the tight end.
and
A strike
it's just it's
downfield.
exhausting, man. It's
And
like
they'll do more than
he's
move
like,
the
oh well,
chains. They'll move
if a
up
team's
the
not going to let me
30
play
yards down the field before he's
100% on
finally
offense
stopped.
and defense, I might just
He dialed
retire.
up a beauty on that
Dude,
last
shut the
one.
fuck
They got
up.
him
You have
inside the
no
red zone.
idea
Now
the
it's
amount
1st
of
and
work
10
it's going to
from the
take for you to
16.
do that at the NFL
Catch
level.
in the middle. It's
Like,
Moore. Stop
you
at
can't
the
do
3,
that,
but it'll be
you know?
enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Hold on, I got to read this text. Hold on, I'm just responding to Kiyoki real quick. Sorry, I'm talking to Kiyoki about Jaden Davis. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about what we're talking about. I talk with Kiyoki about a lot of players. Yeah, I mean, dude, everyone knows that I'm friends with Kyoki.
Everything is working
And
out.
I mean, and like Kyoki and there's other people that I know in the staff and in families with players, and a couple players that I talk to. There's a couple recruits. I mean, I'm friends with Zayden Crimpin. We still talk a couple times a week, and we've talked about everything from Michigan's coaching staff to high school football to some other recruits. I'm not going to say what we talk about, like what we say about the stuff, but it's kind of fun keeping open dialogue with people that are around the players and around the programs and recruiting and stuff, because those conversations are enlightening, and they're, you know, it's fun to have conversations with them, and I take it serious, you know, like keeping their confidence and stuff.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
Oh shit, I hit the wrong fucking button, god damn it.
And good
I meant to hit triangle on the fucking slam.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go.
Yeah, but it should have been a fucking completed pass to the slant guy. I just hit the wrong fucking button.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Throws to the wideout.
See, it's just timing. I was going to throw it to circle, and I saw the other guy go over underneath. On the left side, the help was too far inside to really help, so I just timed it a little early, hoping he would that he would cut back before the other cornerback, and he did. Comeback routes are easy once you get timing.
And these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first
Michigan
down.
does use this play a lot. I don't know if you've noticed this, but they do this a lot, especially with fucking. They did it with Colston Loveland. I couldn't get it off. No one was getting
really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. We need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion.
See, shotgun split backs. Why were we not doing more of this shit last year? And it's not like Michigan didn't utilize this. If you go back and watch the 2023 season with fucking Jim Harbaugh, he was doing a lot of shotgun split back sets. So why did we stop?
They are in the backfield with great penetration, nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on
like I didn't understand why we weren't utilizing that stuff.
Looking to throw, it's Warren. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown
There was
has
a little bit of a streak.
Now
Now see, that one I normally will put it to the outside shoulder, but because he got the inside step, I put it to the inside shoulder, and it worked.
Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
So I can't figure out how to get the other flea flicker to work very well.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick.
Like, I've had some success with it, but I can't get it to work like the other two.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking for
This is another
one more yard. It's 2nd
Wildcat
and goal.
one that seems to work a lot for me.
Touchdown, Michigan!
It's out of Wildcat Jumbo. I need to really delete the other Wildcat set out of my thing. Like, I only ever use Unbalanced and Jumbo. The other one doesn't seem to really work very much. So there's very specific ones. So like the Wildcat Jumbo Z weak with the zone run here, that one works. The Jumbo Z weak blast works on the goal line. The Power G works. I very rarely use the PA cross on it. And then the Wildcat unbalanced sweep works.
It's closer to salting away a victory. Third and short from the 49.
So you're right.
Territory?
The other ones are low success rates, but sometimes you have to run them simply to simply so that, especially in user games, so that they see you using Wildcat at random times. So they can't just key in on, okay, he's in Wildcat, he's going to run a reverse. Oh, he's in Wildcat and not by the goal line, he's going to run the flea flicker. So like sometimes I'll have throwaway downs where I'll run like Wildcat Blast, knowing I'm only going to get 1 or 2 yards on it, maybe. But it's more just to make it so they can't key in on, he's in Wildcat, he's running X play.
Like when you look that good coming off the bus, those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.
I just realized I should reach out to J Spear and make sure that we're cool, because after that game, all he said to me was, "That was fun, GG," and then he didn't say anything else, and he didn't respond when we were talking about it in the chat. So I want to make sure he's not like mad at me like Nico was. I don't know, like, I hope people don't get mad just because when they lose to me, dude. Like, I try not to be like an asshole when I win. Like, I'm not trying to rub people's face in it or anything. Dude, that's the first time I've ever beaten him. Yeah, I never beat him at all, and until that game. Yeah. Hey, I got another commit. 5-star tight end out of Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, but he was literally the bottom of my board. Like, he was a 4-star broken gem. But yeah, I'd never even beaten J Spear. I'd never even come close to beating J Spear before, so I don't know if he was just off on that game or what. Like, I hate it because like now people are gonna be like, oh look, you are better than what you say. Dude, I'm not. I've beaten Megatron once. Yeah. I've beaten Megatron a whole total of 1 time. Like, it's not like like I beat Megatron every time. I should probably do another recruiting 101 with kinetic video. I mean, I don't think I've ever in any year in any class had worse than the #2 recruiting class in any league with any team, including the G5 leagues. Not saying my way is the only way, but it's a damn good way. So what I do is I'll initially go through, put them on my board. I'll rank them by national rank. Then I'll go through and scout them, and then I'll rank them. So I'll kicker, punter, fullback, quarterback will always be at the top of my board, and then from there down it's national rank, and then once they're all scouted within their own windows. So like a 5-star gem will go up to the top of the 5-star section. A 5-star regular guy will just stay in his spot. A 5-star broken gem will go down to the bottom of the 5 stars. And then the 4 stars, the gems will go above the 5-star broken gems. The regular 4 stars will stay below the 5 stars, and then the broken gem 4 stars will go down to the bottom. And then once I do that, I go to week 1 or week 0, whatever. I go through and put 5 hours on every player, and then I go to the top and I start just maxing hours out on any recruit that has offers from more than just me. So I'll look and say, oh, I'm the only one here, well, I'm just going to leave 5 hours on them. But if there's somebody else going after them, maximum hours. And I just do that from top down now that I've got my board sorted. And then I will say there is an amendment to the sorting. Speed rusher defensive ends, if I need them, they get moved up higher. Receivers and corners with 97 plus speed or excel get moved up higher. Power backs with 90 plus speed and excel get moved up higher. But outside of that, it just stays in the normal order, and I just go maximum amount of hours top down. And then going forward the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll just go down and just double check that all of that's still in order, and then also see, oh, this guy cut the top 5, now I can schedule a visit. So I'll go in and remove the send the house, which is 50 hours. I'll schedule a visit, that's 40. I've got 10 left over. Now I'll take the 10 that are left over. Let's say I've got 65 total hours that I can put on that guy. Now I'm going to go through and figure out, okay, can I figure out 2 of what his things are? Well, I can look at deal breaker, and that's one of them. Have I uncovered another one? If I can reasonably find like 1, 2, or 3 pitches that might be, I'll do a soft sell on one I think it might be, just to uncover those, and then add 5 hours. So then that's 20 and 5. So I've spent 40. I've taken the 65 that was already on him. I've taken that 65 off. I've replaced the 65 hours that was, send the house, and then whatever the 5 and 10 are, the social media and calling friends and family. I take those off. I use 40 of that 65 to schedule a visit. I use 20 to soft sell one that I think it is, and then I just put 5 back on top. Well, the reason I want to say the reason that I do that is, for example, same thing here. I just only have 50 hours instead of 60. But I can schedule the visit for this guy and keep recruiting him, and all of the resources that are used on him is self-contained in the 50 hours that were already on him. So I'm just going to take the 50 off. I'm going to schedule the visit, and then I'm going to put the maximum amount minus the 40 back on him. So I see Coach Prestige and I see proximity to home. Coach Prestige is the better grade, so there's the visit. Now I'm going to take that other 10 that was on there with the 50. I'm going to put it back on this. If this had been 25, I would have went down and if let's say I had 65 total here, right? So I've used 40. I've got 25 left to still use on him, right? I would go soft sell and I would say, well, I know Coach Prestige, I know proximity to home, so let me look here, and that could be student of the game. It could be coach's favorite. It also could be prestigious. So then I'll go, okay, well, which one do I have the best grades in? Well, that's going to be coach's favorite. So let me put that on for a soft sell, and then I would put 5 on top of it. And then when I advance to the next week, and he's got 25 on him, and I'll see if the coach's favorite was the right one or not. Now I can say, okay, well, I can take that 40 on him that I used for the visit last week and put it back on him. Now, okay, coach's favorite wasn't the one, so I know it's got to be either student of the game or prestigious. So now I'm going to take that 40 that I spent on his visit last week, and I'm going to put soft sell student of the game, and I'm going to do another 20 to put soft sell prestigious. And that's going to make it so that the next week it's going to tell me which one it is. So let's just say it's prestigious, right? Okay, so now I'm going to switch that to 40, and now I have to decide either to use the remaining 20 on a soft sell alongside the hard sell, or to just use the contact friends and family for 25, right? So what that comes down to, is if there's a soft sell that is 2 green checks and 1 X, that the ratings are AAA or AAB, then the soft sell plus 5 is more influence than just the 25 from contact friends and family. If the grades are A, B, B, or worse, then you get more influence from just the contact friends and family 25. So depending on if there's a soft sell with 2 green checks and that's A, B, or better, then I do the soft sell. Otherwise, I just put the contact friends and family on top of the hard sell, and then I just leave it. That's literally all I do. I've gotten so many. I'll give you an example. There's one I'm going to win just because of the visit, because I set the visit. So let me show you. Visits used to be not worth it, and then they changed it back in like November. So we're on week 6 right here, right? Okay. Because I scheduled this visit 2 weeks ago, let me show you. Hold on. I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this one right here, where otherwise I would lose this one, because I've got the visit this week and I'm close enough. I can't guarantee I'm going to win it, but I would put money on that I'm going to win it in most cases, because the bonus from the visit plus the prestige I get here is the only way that you can usually steal one from somebody who's in the lead like this. If I didn't have the visit this week, I'd take them off the board. And I've won a lot of recruits just because I scheduled the visit. The visits do matter now. The only time I don't schedule a visit is either A, I'm the only person that's pursuing him. B, I'm already in front and have enough of a lead that I don't believe I need it to win. Or C, the next available visit for him is like more than 5 weeks out, then I don't do it. But otherwise, the visits fucking matter. See, like, I'm gonna take this one off because there's no reason, like, I can't win him. So. Yeah. Right. Now, when I get to this point right here, where I've got extra hours left over after going through my normal progression, I can either go look and see what holes I need to fill from recruits that I lost on, and I normally would do that, except I have at least one recruit here, Madhu, that I just scheduled a visit on, so I've only got 10 hours on him, so I'm going to use this 30 to go back in on him. Now, this is the guy we were talking about earlier, right? So now I've got 40 hours. So now I'm going to just add this back to him. So it could be these two or prestigious. So I'm just going to pick the two that I have the best grades in. I'm going to double soft sell here. And if I had 60 hours, I would triple soft sell it. But even doing double soft sell, I can figure it out, because if it's neither of these, then I know it's the third one that I didn't test this week. So again, and the impetus for this is that I'm competing for this guy. Notice I didn't put those hours on Spitzer as a bonus because I'm the only one going after him. If I didn't have somebody that I'm competing with other schools for that I could put those hours on, then I would have went over here. I would have said, okay, what do I still need that I don't have targeted already? And I would have probably started looking for replacement prospects. But I also don't 100% pay attention to this. Like for me, I want 5 quarterbacks next year. So I look at this and I'm like, okay, next year I'm going to have Denegal, Orji, Davis. I need 5. I only have 4. I'm only going to have 4 because Warren and Tuttle are going to graduate. But I'm assuming I'll get one in the transfer portal. But normally I want to keep 5 here. Running backs, this wants you to keep like 6 running backs. I only need 5. So I don't pay attention to it telling me I need to have 6 on here. Wide receivers, I like to keep 6 to 8. Offensive tackle or offensive line, they want you to have 4 of each position. I generally only carry 3. So I don't always pay attention to this. Defensive ends, I like to carry 3 or 4 on each side. Defensive tackles, I like to carry about 6. Outside linebackers, I like to carry 3, sometimes 4 on each side. And then middle linebacker, I like to carry about 5. And then corners, I like to have about 6 or 7. Safeties, I like to have 3 or 4 at each spot. So like, I don't always really pay attention to the number where it says need. But what I do is I come over here and look on the right side, and I'm like, okay, I'm losing anyone that's a senior, and I'm probably losing anyone that's an 89 or higher. That's a redshirt sophomore or higher, or more of an upperclassman. So then I count how many, like here, I would say 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 guys, or 3 guys coming back because I'm losing Tuttle and Warren. Running back, I would look at this and I'd say, okay, I'm losing Edwards because he's a senior. Even if he wasn't a senior, I'm losing him because he's an 89 or higher. Mullings, same thing. So I do utilize this, but I don't follow it blindly. All right, let's advance the week. Alright, so I'm on the road at Ohio this week. And I got another commitment. I got Matthew Traylor, wide receiver, deep threat, 5'11", 187. This guy's got 96 speed, 93 acceleration. Okay, so I actually did lose Clapp. I think the only reason I lost Clapp was because that was a bye week. If it had been a game, I think I would have beaten Georgia out for him. Shut up. Now, I don't know how I lost Booker here, but that's fine. Probably. Alright, so I'm going to go through. Okay, so Gossett, I've got the right pitch. I don't have any unused hours, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Now, I am going to lose more here because I didn't go recruiter. I wanted to try going motivator first, so I knew that I was gonna lose a few of these guys, and it's fine. If I had gone recruiter, I wouldn't have lost some of these guys. I'm gonna lose butts here because I just had my my visit last week, and I'm not gonna out influence them, so I'm just gonna take him off the board. All right, Youssef. Okay, so I figured out it is the clutch, so I'm gonna take both of them off. And I'm just going to replace those two 20s with the 40 for the clutch. Alright. Probably going to win on Allen, and I've got the right pitch. Miles Dog. I love his name, Miles Dog. And he's a fucking wide receiver. But I've got the right pitch. There's nothing else I can do on him, so I'm just going to leave it. Paquette, I'm in second place right now. I'm probably going to lose on this recruitment, but I'm going to stay in it until I'm not. So, alright, so I do have the wrong pitch here. So let's, that was a bad guess. That's fine. So, what is that? That's going to be... Dude, what pitch is that? Oh, duh. Okay. Still unopposed on Spitzer. In the lead, probably winning Darling. Heflin still too close to call. Oh, you know what? I need to check the recruiting. Okay, so that's good. So Heflin. Alright, so see I did the double sell here. It's prove yourself, so I'm going to take these off. And then switch that to the 40 for prove yourself. Alright, for Kaufman. Alright, so I did the double sell. We know it's workhorse. See, now this right here, if I had 60 or more hours, I would do the hard sell for workhorse, and I would keep the soft sell for starter. Because, let's say I had 65 hours, right? I would put 40 for workhorse, and then I would have the soft sell here for 20 hours with 2 green checks and 1 X with 3 A pluses. That would give me more influence than if I just did 25. Because I would do the 20 and the 5 here. Those two combined, this starter. See, you can look down at the bottom. That gives 5 influence right there. The influence you get with this is another one that'd be a total of 6. And look, with contact friends and family, you get a maximum of 3, right? So for 25 hours, I can either get 3 influence, or I can get 1 plus 5. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense, or am I not explaining it right? Yeah. So now this goes by the grades on these 3. If any of these 3 were A plus B minus, that's the limit that I would go. If 2 of these were B and 1 was an A, I would take this off and just go with the 25. But that's if I had more than 50 hours. That's probably the biggest change to my strategy since the last time that I showed you. Alright, with Madhu, so we found out it is coach's favorite. So I'm going to switch that to the 40. And then put the 10 back on. McMillan, we've got the right pitch. Ring, we've got the right pitch. Now I've got to, hopefully we'll close this out in the next 2 weeks, otherwise we'll lose him to Louisville. Yeah, Louisville. Alright, Batista, let's take off send the house, let's schedule a visit. Okay, I will do that. Alright, so we know his deal breaker is brand exposure, so we'll sell that, and then I'll put the extra 10 back on. Alright, Vander does. What is this? Oh, I can't answer that right now. So he hasn't cut the top 5, so we're just going to keep it there. Same thing with Brown and Cobbs. Now I've got 230 hours still, so I'm going to go back to the guy that I scheduled the visit for. We'll go ahead and add 40 back now. I can already tell by what is uncovered here that his is going to be workhorse. Alright. Now I'm going to look at what do I need to replace. So, and of course with Michigan in 2024 there's a lot of holes. So if I see a 4-star quarterback that's available, I might add him to the board. Well, I've got 1, but we're losing 2, so I'm only going to have 4 unless I get a transfer 1 or if I add another one. So the quarterback I'm going after is this guy Tim Gossett, an athlete scrambler. He was the only 5-star that was interested in Michigan. But running back, right? So running back, I'm looking over here on the right, and so I'm probably moving Ben Hall to fullback, so I'm not counting him. I'm losing Edwards and Mullings. So next year, based on what I'm seeing here, I'm going to have Cabana, I'm going to have Marshall, I'm going to have Capana, and I've got Youssef that's being recruited. I would like to have one more running back since I lost Booker to Alabama. So let's go look at available running backs. So then I go over here to 4-star prospects, and I just start looking down. Really? I haven't tried him at tight end. Like 85 and 86 or something like that. Alright, so there's a couple running backs here that are still available. I had been wanting a power back, so here's Terry Henry. Let's look at Terry Henry. Are there any other potential power back? Okay, here's Jason Bridges. He's going to be hard to get in on, but right. It's spelled differently, so I don't think so. Alright, so I'm going to scout him because I really want power backs that have above 90 speed and acceleration. This guy's a fucking gem with 95 speed and 90 acceleration. So, fuck yeah, I'm going all in on him. I'm going to try to jump in late on his recruitment. Right. Jason Bridges. I'm probably not going to... I'm just probably going to take him off the board since I'm going to go after Henry. And it was going to be hard to fight Cincinnati for him since they have a pipeline and already have a big lead. I guess I could scout him, but I feel like he'd be wasting hours at this point. Alright, so with wide receivers, again, I'm probably moving Kendrick Bell up to tight end because of his speed. So I'm not getting him back. Right. So I'm looking at, I'm going to have Fred Moore, I'm going to have Samaj Morgan, I'm going to have Tyler Morris, I'm going to have Amarian Stewart, I'm going to have Amarian Walker, so that's 5. Peyton O'Leary and CJ Charleston are gone. So I've got 1 commit from Traylor already, that's 6. Dog is 7, McMillan is 8. I don't need any other receivers. Offensive line, so I go a little bit different here. I want, and honestly, like, I need so many offensive line with Michigan right now, it's not, I don't really need to count. But the big thing for me is that I want to make sure that I'm going after at least two pass protectors and at least 3 others, either power or agile. So I'm looking at the target specifically. So there's 1 power. Huh? What? Hello? Hello? There, I hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Test, test. 1 2 1 2. Test, test. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Test, test. Lich Max, can you hear me? Houston, we have a problem. Alright, well, waiting for Lich Max to get back. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, cool. So I'm looking at the prospects that I'm going after here. I've got 2 pass protectors, I've got a power, and I've got another power guy. So I need 1 other that's power or agility. Doesn't really matter to me if he comes in as a tackle, guard, or center. So I just need 1 power or agility to go after here. So I'm going to sort them by national rank. Here's a power guy, brand exposure. He's not too deep into his recruitment. Danny DeBeer. Alright, so I'm going to scout him. DeBeer. DeBeer. Change it to D-A instead of D-E. Danny DeBeer. Right. Alright, so I've added them to the board. I might, let's see. So I was only able to add 30 hours to Danny right there. So I'm just looking to see if there's anybody I've got like a big lead on, and I actually would say I have a big enough lead on Tony Batista to take off 10 hours from him. And I don't have any others that I have a lead on, but that's another 10 that I can add on to De Beer to try to get into his recruitment. So then I would back out and I would go play my game. So let's go see if we can go beat the Ohio Bobcats. Let me ask you this. So I've been using this in one of the leagues, this jersey set. I want your opinion on it. Yeah. Right, it's not doing it, but it's supposed to be the black and blue cleats. What do you think of that? I don't see anything wrong with it. I like it. Right. Right. The only, so there is a real world precedent for it, because by rules in real life, the home team can tell the other team what colors they can wear, as long as like all white is always an option, or they can tell them what they can't wear. Penn State specifically will tell opponents that they have to wear all white. The reason for that, and they're not the only school that does this, but they're the only school that I can recall that have forced teams to wear all white. They do a whiteout game, okay, where everybody in the stands wears white, and they're trying to create an optical illusion, because we don't see it looking from top down on cameras, but if you're a quarterback in the stadium and you've got the stands rising up on all sides of you that's all white, and you're trying to identify white uniforms and jerseys against a white moving white background, it's an optical illusion that can affect the other team. Especially if I don't remember if Penn State has white goalposts like what Ohio has here, but it's the same reason that Michigan does the maze out with yellow goalposts, but you don't want Michigan to wear all maize on those games, or wear like the maize jerseys or pants, because you want them to be able to pick out the blue jerseys against the yellow background. If you force your opponent to wear all white, and you're creating an optical illusion with your fans that can be a home field advantage to you.
The Wolverines,
but why players would do it on the video game, I don't know, because it doesn't actually affect the user.
On the move, it's Edwards.
I agree.
Into the end zone.
Touchdown, Dono.
They'll take it to the house.
Right.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find a man and just had to.
No, theirs is gold where ours is maize.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To throw, it's Warren. Got the quick pass.
So, like, if you see me use any of the plays that you were talking about the other day where you were like, when I use those plays it doesn't work, let me know and I'll show you how I do it.
Give to the running back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground, and that's way too easy.
I mean, all I'm doing is sliding protection and identifying the mic.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it. And the Wolverines will try to punch it in.
But I don't play any differently against the computer than I do against users, other than I do more subterfuge. Like I'll do I'll do more fake cuts. I'll do more fake what am I doing? I'll do more fake hot routes and shit to throw people off.
Fast motion from the offense.
But like I don't play any different.
Trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for they line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
All right. So look, on these comeback routes, I'm looking at circle on the right, I'm looking at square on the left. I'm watching this guy that I have the M over right now. I'm watching this guy, and I'm watching... Well, I can't do it because the clock's about to go, but... Alright, so the one guy went over there, so because both underneath routes were covered, I threw it to Mullins. Because the guys cheated over underneath on both sides of the comeback route, so I threw it to the underneath guy. But if those two guys didn't...
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They want to just keep throwing it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown!
Yeah, so I mean it happens. Just always have either that Mullins route or put triangle, or for you it'd be Y on a slant, and that way you have an underneath route or a drag route. Dude, look at this right here. This run play is so money. Shotgun split slot open, FB inside. Watch. It's so fucking money, dude.
In field goal range, but it's 3rd and short.
Probably. But
they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they drag him down, but not...
And
this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half.
Right, and the best part about it is you can flip it, you can do whatever, and you can run both sides, both running backs. You can keep them guessing out of that formation. I fucking love that run play, dude.
Keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Now roll.
Run, Davis, run. Oh shit, he fumbled it. Went out of bounds though.
And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Oh, that was a bad decision.
The connection here on 3rd down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Bro, I had one time where it literally hit the ground and bounced back up into my quarterback's hands.
That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there
right
after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Right.
It's
fucking funny as hell.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Oh, dude, I hate that so much, especially on that double reverse flea flicker. I hate that so much, like, because it travels so far, and then suddenly it's not in your QB's hand.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Warren. Complete to the left. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Edwards. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And at this point, they're just running. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive
only if they're
they'll
from
be
the
on
Midwest.
3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout.
Midwest running back trash talk. So that comeback right there, all I did was pass lead it down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Like when I saw that the coverage was tight on him, I just sit down when I passed it.
Tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the touchdown Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out.
He just wanted to give Donnie the touchdown.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And the...
Yeah, if you're going to run...
We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders.
If you're gonna run like, yeah, I was gonna say the double passes, yeah. But then you have to set him at wide receiver 4.
Part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. You play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potentially.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up. But you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Fuck yes, dude. The Department of Education just ruled that University of Pennsylvania violated Title IX by allowing Leah, formerly William Thomas, to compete in women's swimming in 2022. Yep. Get his hair done. Right. Oh look, Donovan Edwards got National Offensive Player of the Week. Yeah.
That would be the bare minimum that I would accept. Like obviously, like defense just compete with series, but they really want to put a bar on it. Like if you ever compete against before, you should not be allowed to compete with.
Oh no, we're losing on Miles, dog. That sucks. We're in week 8 though, so here, okay, so this is interesting. Again, why visits matter. Look at this. So Georgia just overtook us, right? And because they have a 3-tier pipeline and we don't have any pipeline to them. But if you look at the difference, right? Well, so are we. But if, well, 5-star. But if you look at the amount of influence they're getting, minus the amount of influence we're getting, and then add in the amount of influence that we'll get from the visit, I would be very surprised if we don't, unless we somehow lose this game, if we don't steal him back from Georgia this week and get a commitment after this week, because of the visit that I scheduled 4 weeks ago. That's why I'm saying visits do matter. We're probably losing Baguette though. Yeah, Sean Baguette. Yes. Yes. Alright, so let's see. So we're still looking good for the most part on Gossett. I don't think, especially because our visit with him is this week. So I'm pretty sure we've got Gossett committing. USF, we're still in the lead, and I don't think UCF can come back and beat us. They do have better pipeline, but we have better grades, and we have a visit before them. So I would think we're okay on USF. Niles Allen, we're gonna get a Yeah, I know. So this guy, unless I completely bomb at defensive end and don't have enough people, will be moved inside to D-tackle. Because he's a defensive end power rusher, 287 pounds. I'll move him into D-tackle. So we're probably getting Miles Allen. I think we're going to steal Miles Dog, M-Dog. His name is M-Dog. I think we're going to steal M-Dog back from Georgia here. I think we're probably... His name is M-Dog. With 2 G's. It's M-Dog. But I think we're probably going to lose Baguette. We're probably going to be fine on Spitzer. We're getting a commitment this week from Darling. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. Heflin, we're in good position with him. We have a visit before anybody else. So I think we probably win on him. Kaufman, I mean, we don't have as good a pipeline, so that concerns me. But especially with Alabama making moves. But I think with us having a visit before them, I think that we'll probably still pull Kaufman out. Madu, based on what I can see here, again, pipelines concern me, but I think we'll get this one because we have an earlier visit than everyone else, and we've got a decent lead over them. McMillan, we'll get a commitment this week or next week from him. Let's see, I need to double check these. Yeah. Talia Ring, it's very close. We have to get a commitment this week, otherwise we lose him to Louisville. Batista, we are firmly in the lead, and we're the only one with the visit scheduled, and I can add the 10 over to him now. Vonderdoes, Richard Vonderdoes, so Dick Vonderdoes. He is at top 5, so we can schedule a visit now. We'll schedule that for the bye week since there's a complimentary visit. We will pitch brand exposure, and then we'll put the extra 10 on him. Antoine Brown still in top 8. Moses Cobbs is in top 5, so we can schedule a visit. Take off Sit in the House. Schedule the visit for Miami of Ohio week. We got Pro Potential is what we'll pitch on the visit at the 10 back. Terry Henry still in top 8, and we're in second place. And DeBeer is still in top 8, and we're in second place. Now we can change DeBeer to a full 50 hours. Now I'm going to take the excess hours and the 2 guys that we scheduled visits for. I'm going to go ahead and add 20 or 40 back to them. So with Vonderdoes, we know brand exposure and we know championship contender, which means it could be either to the house or playing time, or TV time, excuse me. So I'm going to do double soft sell on this to figure out which one it is. Alright, and then with Cobbs, we know pro potential. And we know conference prestige. I'm willing to bet the other one is championship contender. I don't think there's any other one that it can be, because it would be Sunday bound. Yeah, so it has to be that one. So we'll just go ahead and put the 40 on for Sunday bound. Alright, I've still got 50 extra hours. So I got the offensive line set up. So let's go look at our needs on defense still. Alright, so I've got 3 defensive ends targeted. I need 2. I've got 1 signed. The defense, oh well, we need 2. I've got 3 targeted. One of them is going to be a D tackle. We don't really need a D tackle because I'm going to be moving Derek Moore, Cam Brandt, and Eno Etta into D tackle anyway. But he was a 5-star, so we went ahead and recruited him. Linebackers, I need a whole bunch of them. I've got 3, so we could use more linebackers. Defensive backs, I needed 6, and I've got 3 on the board. So we need more defensive backs and more linebackers. Linebackers are usually harder to get later, so let's see what's available. Let's look at outside linebackers. Let's go 4 stars. Okay. We don't want run stoppers. We want power rushers, or if we have to, pass catchers is just fine. But there's no 4-star outside linebackers. Let's look at inside linebackers. And specifically what I want here is I want to look and see if there's any athletes available. There are no 4-star athletes that are available to still get in on though. So let's look. Okay, so this guy's got 4 other offers, but none of them are even in his top 5 yet. So we'll check him out. I prefer run stoppers in the middle, so this one Oklahoma's got a pretty big lead on. And this one Notre Dame's got a big lead on. So I think we're going to go for the first guy. So let's just go ahead and get in on him. Because we got 4 other schools that have offered him. So they're going to get... actually, you know what? I'm going to take 5 hours off of someone else. I'm going to take 10 off of Batista here. Put 5 back on him. And then do a full 50 on Fayed. Yeah, there we go. So we can try to jump up to the top of the board with the other teams that are going after him now. Alright, so this is an important week since we got a bunch of visits and we should get a bunch of commitments this week. We've got it's a rivalry game too. I thought it was a rivalry game. I thought Michigan. I thought they did. Okay, whatever. Michigan has rivalries. Let's see, who is it? It's Ohio State, Michigan State, Minnesota, Northwestern, and Notre Dame. I think are their rivals. It's just the Michigan-Notre Dame rivalry. But Notre Dame stopped playing it back in 2019. They got scared of us. Basically, yeah. But we used to do a home and home with them literally every year. Like they would be either week 1 or week 2 every season. That's why you see us putting like Oklahoma and Texas at week 2 now. Because that used to be the Notre Dame game every year. Yeah. I used to love it. It was one of my favorite rivalries, man. I know he's not like a player that teams like to or that fans like to go back and talk about, but there was a game you should look up sometime. Let's see if I can find what year it was. Michigan, Notre Dame, the Tate Forcier game. Let's see. What year was that? 2009. Michigan beat Notre Dame 38-34. Tate Forcier, man, I thought he was going to be so good. He was our quarterback that year, and he led a comeback win for Michigan against Notre Dame. That game was a night game. It was such a nice fucking game, dude. Like, I loved it. Here, I'll show you what that uniform combination looks like in the game. But yeah, the Tate Forcier, he was a fun quarterback that we had. Whatever happened to him? Hey Google, what happened to Tate Forcier? Okay, maybe if you could understand the name Tate Forcier. Hey Google, What happened to Tate Forcier after he left the University of Michigan? Okay, he transferred to Miami, but he never enrolled there. He went to play in the CFL. I like Tate Forcier, dude. I thought he was going to be like the next big Michigan quarterback at the time.
First down for this offense.
That Notre Dame game was so much fun. Let me know what you think about how the jersey combo looks like on the field.
Here's the handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up
no, he
to
didn't.
the 32.
Last game I was on the road.
When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
I played white and yellow because I was on the road.
Be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Love this fucking play with Donovan Edwards in the slot. Oh, it should have been a touchdown.
Just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Khalil Mullings, what's he doing in Wildcat? This. Oh shit, he got the truck but didn't get stopped.
Squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Right.
And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that
Truck
is
the
what
shit
a
out
team
of him,
this
too, and then
caliber
got stopped.
is expected to do.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here we go.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck. God damn it.
Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Loveland. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it
Oh,
loose
come
deep.
on. He fucking had a step on him, and then the guy, like, pushed him backwards.
There, and now it's 4th down.
That's
Tell you what, I don't know if
bullshit.
the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown,
See, that's what
Michigan.
happens when you step back into the pocket, into the throw, and lead to the outside on the comeback.
Hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, man, gets you in stride,
I can
these guys will take
upload it. I mean, it's up
Man,
there.
it's
It's
your
just
job to do
slightly
the rest, right? You-
different. I've made a couple changes to it, but I can upload it. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. The thing is, you have to really like put in the time with it, because a lot of my success with it is just being familiar with the playbook itself. Like this one, I'm putting square on a speed out because I'm in shotgun.
Back to pass, it's Warren. Good timing on the quick out. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this
I wait
one
till he's
would
about
be
a step
doozy
before
if they
the
can
cut,
pull it off.
and then I throw it with the pass lead out to the left, or out to the outside. And here I'm going to shorten circles route down so I can read that first and then go over to square if needed. And I'm watching the guys that are over top of X.
Off the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got
And
it.
that one was just
And
pass
Martin.
led down a little bit, but it was more on just timing.
Defenses throughout the league study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do.
Here
how
I
they do it, and be able to
slide
adjust.
protection to the
Great
left
job by the offense
because they've
so
got
far
two
having
guys lined up
success.
over the left edge. I'm going to Mike linebacker the guy behind him.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Operating in the red zone here on
Yeah.
second down.
Shut up. I'm not that good at the game. I try to tell y'all I suck at this
They'll
fucking
leave
game.
it with him. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up.
I love,
on this drive.
dude, I love
This
this
is nice
fucking
plays
formation.
throwing
It's the
it. How
most
about
Jim
that
Harbaugh
one,
formation
running
in the
two?
fucking
Great
game.
push up front.
You've heard of the power eye? This is the power eye. This is super power
Takes
eye.
it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
No receivers, just offensive linemen, tight ends, and backs. Yep. So here I'm doing I form close double outs,
Ball at the
and I'm going to
38.
put
The
triangle on a
defense will
Texas
try to get
route.
a stop on
My first
third and
read's going to be
short.
square, and then it'll either be circle or triangle. I'm going to Mike linebacker the guy on the left here,
Looking to throw, it's Warren.
and then it's just a timing throw because the defender backed off of Samaj a step. As soon as I saw the defender back up instead of press him, I knew it was going to be Samaj, so then I'm just watching for right before he breaks, and then I'm just pass leading to the outside. Here I'm just trying to do an inside run to the left. I'm just going to Mike linebacker real quick and then snap the ball.
The give to the back.
Oh shit, what the fuck just happened? I hit the wrong button and he fumbled it.
Defense swarming on that.
I didn't mean to do that. That was not intentional. Hit the wrong button there. Oh well. That sucks.
It's third down now, and they ought
Alright,
to be
because I'm
able
in
to get off
shotgun here
one
and I
more
only need
play
4
before the
yards and the
2-minute
guy
warning.
is over squares backed off so far, it's going to be a speed
As
out.
we reach the
Well,
2-minute
never mind,
warning,
it's
they'll
got
need to try
timeout
to
got
get a
called.
stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand.
But same thing.
Defense
So
trying to
square's
come
going
up
to
with
be
a stop
audible
on
or hot
third
routed
and
to a
short
speed
from the
out,
37.
and so I'm going square R1 circle is my progression. But it'll probably be square. Yep.
From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged on
The only thing I'm
outside.
looking for there is if the defender comes down on the snap to the receiver. In that case, I'm looking at the other guys. But as long as he doesn't immediately step down towards the receiver, I'm hitting the breaking point on that speed out. All right, here I'm going to do a double outs. So my first read here is going to be square, but it's a short field, so I don't know if he's going to get it. So square, circle, and I'm going to put X on a slant. So I go square, circle, and then XR1.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just masterful working that side.
And that was obviously pass led out to the outside.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the.
All right, here I'm going to do the shotgun trips tight end halfback angle. I'm going to put X on a corner, and then I'm going to stem it down a little bit. And here my read is going to be XR1 square.
Trying to find his man on first
Man,
down.
that was a bad read by me.
And this will be incomplete.
I thought the one guy was following the tight end out, and he dropped down on the running back.
Missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
This right here, I don't know why this works the way it does. It doesn't always work here, but it only works to the right. For whatever reason, it never fucking works to the left, and I should have cut up earlier. But it never fucking works to the left. I don't know why.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them.
Ah, shit. I'm just making bad reads right now. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing now.
And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the bench.
Apparently I'm off my game right now. Man, I might actually fucking lose this game.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still
Well, I'm
thinking
up by
touchdown.
8 points.
They'll try to run for
And
it.
I'm play calling
And the
like shit,
Wolverines will keep
not doing progressions very well. So
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first.
The offense
And did he just fucking fumble it,
as if
really?
that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Oh, yeah. It won't let me challenge it, though.
And you
Yeah, it won't let me challenge it.
indisputable
That's shitty.
video evidence, and the officials will change the call.
Oh, I think they challenged it and reversed it anyway.
Second and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead.
All right, so I'm going to shorten the stem on X,
Last one, but it's not
and
gonna surprise
I don't
anybody if they turn
really
around and
like
hand
the
it off
coverage on
again.
this, so I'm probably looking at
Through the
R1.
air, it's Warren. Dumps it to the back.
And
And a
fucking
missed
didn't catch it. God
opportunity
damn
on
it, dude.
third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Yeah.
A manageable distance on third down as they try
But
to
Donovan
convert
should have
from
caught
the
that
20. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away.
Right.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to surge it in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Right.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to...
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my...
So let's see if we are able to pull that one player back from
special every single week. All I'm supposed to do
whoever it
is
was.
get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.
Got the Maze Madman show in an hour, so I'll probably just stream for another 30 minutes or so. Probably hasn't got a chance to put it in yet. Right. All right, so we got our quarterback. He committed, Tim Gossett, 5-star scrambler quarterback out of Fremont, Ohio, 6'5", 196. We got Niles Allen, the defensive end power rusher from Crystal Lake, Illinois, that'll likely be going into D tackle, 6'4", 287. Look at him, dude looks like a D tackle. M-Dog, Miles Dog, yeah, so he was the one that we got back. We got him back from Georgia. Remember I told you the visit was going to bring him back. So we got M-Dog, 6'2", 180-pound wide receiver out of Durham, North Carolina. Only 89 acceleration, 92 speed, but, you know, it is what it is. Michigan's wide receiver core is a little bit depleted, so we'll take him. And he's a gem, so... Well, but he's a 5-star gem, so like I gotta imagine he'll develop. Then we got offensive tackle Duke Darling, 6'6", 329 pounds out of Aurora, Illinois. Right. We got Dexter McMillan, a physical style wide receiver athlete, 6'3", 199 out of Chicago, Illinois. Guy has... Well, yeah, but he's 91 excel and 93 speed, so I think Michigan can use him in the wide receiver. Absolutely. Then we got defensive end speed rusher Talia Ring, 6'6", 278. Jesus Christ, dude. Defensive end, 6'6", 278. Jesus. 84 acceleration, 81 speed. Okay. I'll take that. It looks like that's what we got. So we had, from that visit week, we had 6 commitments. Alright, so for Yusuf, we're still in the lead. There's not much else we can do there. Yep, so like I predicted, we're going to lose Baguette. I might as well just go ahead and take him off the board. Yeah. Yeah, and they have their visit this week, so no, I haven't done my visit with him. It's in 2 weeks though, but it's not going to make it 2 weeks, so I'm just going to take him off the board. All right, so Spitzer. Now we have Oklahoma trying to jump in on Spitzer. So now I'm going to change him to the full 50. Take Oklahoma. If Michigan gets taken before, then take Oklahoma. Yeah. Workhorse. Let's see. No, because people will change their minds. People will come and go. People will leave. Teams will open up. Yep. No. Well, CFB does do crossplay, just not in Dynasty for some stupid reason. Yep. Right. Right. Okay, could we jump in here? We could jump in on Cole Anger. Yeah, we're gonna jump in on Cole Anger. Yeah. Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna mute my mic because I just got a voice message from Maze Madman and I don't want to play it over stream. Alright, sorry. No, he's just talking about we've got a very vocal social media Buckeye coming on the show tonight. Right. Alright, now DBs, I'm adding some DBs that we're going to try to get in on, but this is the one position group that I am very selective of. I am going to, even though it costs me a lot to scout right now, I'm going to scout and at least make sure their speed and acceleration are not sub 89 before I jump in on them. Okay, 89 excel. Gem, 99 speed. Alright, we can jump in on him. Alright, James Sepulveda. 99 speed, I'm good on that. I don't even care what his other one is. I don't know, I don't care because I have limited hours to spend on scouting. 99 speed and I'm good. 92 speed, 90 excel, I'll take it. We'll jump in on this guy. Jabari Kiaho. Damian Klutz. Let's see. .90 speed, 92 excel. Alright, we can go after him too. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this guy's 89 excel or speed, 92 excel. He'll probably be yeah, we won't. We might still be able to jump in next week. We'll see. Right. All right. So this will probably be the last game I play on stream. Right. Alright, let's see if we can go into East Lansing and take down Little Brother. Well, they are currently 0-6, so...
Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, where there's a school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning.
See, y'all talk about that. I couldn't do that. I cannot play as Michigan State or Ohio State. I can't do that.
There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see.
Like, I can't play as Ohio State. I can't play as Michigan State. Like, I could play as Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Central Michigan, but I can't play Michigan State, and I can't play Ohio State. I could play, like, Kent State. I could play... I don't really like the colors of Ohio or, like, Bowling Green or any of those other Ohio schools, but... Yeah. Did you look up Delaware's uniforms? You should look it up.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 30.
In fact, here, I'll send you a picture of them because it's ridiculous. Delaware football. This is one of the two new teams that'll be in CFB 26. This will be my new G5 team. Yep, them in Missouri State. All right, I'm sending it to you on Facebook Messenger. Tell me what you notice about them. Conference USA, I think.
Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright right to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
And you heard
Right.
a lot of hail to
It's
the
my new
victors,
G5
and
team.
You heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that
Yes,
call
exactly.
a ton.
And that's just been a
This is
narrative
what
that
happens
we've
when you
heard
order
throughout
Michigan
the
off of
years,
Wish.
too, and it's something that people love talking about in Ann
This is
Arbor,
Wichigan.
that they are the dominant team, and it's not even close in this in-state rivalry.
Yeah, I guess team we
Michigan
did
State's
replace
gotta do
Wish.
something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better, and a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a friend
Give
that
the
sent me a link
underdog
to get a
reason
bunch
to
of shit
believe.
for like
Yes, reason to believe, and
ridiculously
don't give the
cheap
fans
off
reason
Temu,
to get jacked
and I got a
up
bunch of shit for
excited.
Kiana,
Come
and she
out
fucking
early,
loved it.
Be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Well, my card was expiring that month, so I literally got a new card like 2
On
weeks later.
third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Back to throw, it's Warren. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of.
All right, look at this. Look at this Verts comebacks.
He's got this trophy
If I
for
can
the
get
Spartans
if I
and
can
the
get the hot
Wolverines.
route since I'm
Where
on
do
the
you guys
road.
rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to
try.
say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David.
So what I'm trying to do is put the outside guys on streets. I'm putting X on a post, and I'm putting triangle on the slant, right? So now what I'm doing is I'm watching the safeties and the outside guys. If they get a step and the safeties step away, I'll throw a lob. Otherwise, I'm going to Donnie over the middle.
Rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
And he fucking pass
The pass is
interference.
incomplete, but it might
But
not
he would have been
matter.
open if he hadn't got
Flag
pass
is down, and
interference.
it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Edwards. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy.
Ben Hall out
I
here
gotta
fucking
make sure I
trucking
get to
people
that
too.
stick, get to the first down mark.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from
All right,
the
so I'm going
22.
to shorten the comeback here on square, and I'm looking at square and triangle primarily.
Back to pass,
All right,
it's Warren.
square's covered, and I fucked that up.
And this is going
I
to
thought
be
I could pass lead farther to the left, and it didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion.
I'm not
Now it's
confident
decision
being
time.
able to kick
Fourth and
this,
short,
so
and you're
I'm
in
gonna
field
try to
goal
go
range.
for it on
What
fourth
do you do
down.
here?
And I hit the wrong
on
fucking
fourth and
play.
seven,
Goddamn.
analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep
Fuck
the
it.
offense
Trick
out
play.
there. They'll go for it.
Not gonna work, but it'll be glorious in its failure.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
And yeah, it was bad.
And this
I
will throw incomplete.
hesitated on throwing it. I should have just thrown it. Yeah. It would have worked if I didn't hesitate. That was user error, 100%.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Good.
Fred Moore finally making a
Takes it
catch.
down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this
I
rate,
guess
the defense is going to
if I'm going to actually use that double pass, I need to put Kendrick Bell at wide receiver 4.
Too many snaps.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
He actually
Tries
does.
again to get it in.
He was a
Going
high school
right back to
quarterback.
the well, and
Which is why I was so upset when they tried that fucking trick pass last year where they had Samaj Morgan throw the ball to fucking Alex Orji, because my whole being upset about that on the immediate post-game thing was, if you're going to run that play, why not put it in the fucking hands of the wide receiver that actually played quarterback in high school
that'll be enough for the 1st down.
instead of Samaj fucking Morgan. Well, yeah, but I'm like, if it wasn't going to be Donovan Edwards, if it was going to be a wide receiver, which is what the play did, why not do it with Kendrick Bell? He's the only receiver on the fucking roster at that time that had played quarterback.
And the Wolverines.
Now we have our number 1 receiver, Donovan McCulley. He also is a former quarterback, so he could do that shit. But last year, it was fucking Kendrick Bell. Why was he not the guy for that? I don't understand. You put him in to block. You can't put him in to be the receiver that throws the fucking ball.
And it's a 3rd down and 4. Off play action.
He's actually a pretty good blocker for. Why the fuck? God damn. Oh, hey, it worked.
Right on the money to the ball placement. Only the receiver could get it.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target.
God damn it. Josh Preeb fucking getting in my way twice on that run. I mean, it still worked, but fuck you.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice
I mean,
already.
sounds like good marketing to me. Yeah, sounds like great marketing. I mean, you seen it and immediately took note of it, right?
Territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Well, it's just like when we used to drive through fucking Missouri.
It's
Come
3rd
visit
down,
Uranus.
The line to gain is the 36.
Come visit Uranus Fudge Factory.
To the air, it's Warren. Quickly complete. Moving deeper into enemy.
Like 17 billboards along I-44 or whatever that was, talking about
Ball's
Uranus
at the 22. 3rd and
and
short
fudge.
coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? And they did not let him. Vision here.
Dude, how can you not? If you live in Uranus and you're trying to open a factory, like,
On 4th down
bruh,
earlier, but that didn't
the joke
change
writes
their
itself.
thinking here.
Like, the marketing writes itself. Come on, dude.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football.
It's
there
like
on 4th and 2, but they decided
coming
to
up with,
run it, and that was a great call.
like,
1st down.
a business in Hell, Michigan. Like, come on, it writes it. What the fuck am I running? What the hell was that? That was a fucking run play. Why did... What the fuck just happened?
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here in a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense.
I legitimately have no idea what the fuck just happened, dude. I called a run play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone.
Oh, come on, Loveland.
Swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really pay attention to their speed in Excel. As long as it's above 80, I don't really care.
From the gun, give on the inside. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1.
That was a nice run by Mullins.
What a run there.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to it. Okay, what is this right here? Is this supposed to be an option play, or is it just a motion?
Football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read.
I feel like it's just a motion for distraction.
Michigan, and the pummeling has started. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they're staring at a 7-game winning streak.
I don't know. It was like mountain something. Oh, motion. Okay, yeah, it was.
Really easy to get
I don't know. I can't see it until the game's over. But it was a wildcat thing where the one guy just runs across the field and then you run straight up. But like it doesn't have an option to pitch it or like an RPO or anything.
All offseason, you're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can.
You want me to upload this? I need to actually take a couple plays out of the book.
A lot of these guys are going to go.
You want me to upload it?
They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation.
Mute the mic again because Maniac sent a voice chat. Alright, sorry. Again, I just don't want their private messages they send me to get sent over on stream. Okay, so we did get locked out of Judge, like I thought we would. Let's see, okay. So we're still ahead on Youssef, but not by a lot. But we do have our visit this week, so we should be fine on him. Our pitch is right. Spitzer, we now are facing OU and USC, but we've got a decent... So this is why I put the 5-hour baseline on everybody, because by the time OU jumped in, we already had a decent lead over them, right? So I just kept the 5 on him the whole time until the week after OU jumped in, and then I loaded up, and our lead was already far enough. So we'll schedule a visit, put the 10 back on. Alright, we're going to get a commitment from Heflin this week. We got the pitch. Kaufman, we've got the pitch, although Alabama, I don't know. I think Alabama will overtake us this week, but if they don't get a commitment this week, then we should get him back the next week. Because we're in week 10, right? And we have a visit with him, yeah. So we have a visit with him the next week. So I think Alabama overtakes us this week, but if they don't get him to commit this week, I think we steal him back on Quentin Kaufman. Carl Madu, Texas is gaining on us, but our visit is this week. That should give us enough cushion that if we don't get a commit this week, we'll still be good next week and then get a commit. Batista, looks like we're going to get him. We should get a commit this week. Vander does. This is dicey. Georgia and Florida State are both making big pushes. They have better pipelines than us. Probably better grades on what he's interested in, which is TV time, although we have all A's there. We do have our visit this week. We just have to hope that our visit gives us enough of a cushion to close him out within the next 3 weeks. Otherwise, we'll lose him to probably Florida State. Antoine Brown, we can add the 40 back. His is going to be workhorse. Moses Cobbs, we've got a decent cushion. We're probably good on him. I think we've got him probably locked up. Terry Henry, we have dropped to 3rd place, but now we can add the 40 back. His is going to be workhorse. So hopefully that'll be enough to get us back in. Florida does have a visit next week, but then ours is the week after them, so we'll see what happens there. Danny DeBeer, we have moved into top spot on his board. He's still in top 8. Fayad, still in top 8. We are in the top spot. Anger is cut to top 5. Let's schedule a visit. We'll pitch Pro Potential. Add the 10 on. Bickley's still in top 8. We are in the 5th spot. Sepulveda is top 5. Let's schedule a visit. Pro Potential is what we'll pitch. We'll add the 10 back on. Keahau, we're in spot number 2, still in top 8. Number 2 for Klutz, still in top 8. Alright, and then we'll check out Bruss here. 91-91. Yeah. Alright, we'll add the 50 there. Alright, we've got 60 hours left. We'll go up here to some of these guys that we scheduled visits. I don't think we need to add it to Spitzer. That race isn't as close as these ones, so I'm going to add 40 back to Cole Anger. So we know Pro Potential, we know Athletic Facility, so that can only be Workhorse. So we'll do that. Then we've got 20 we can add to Sepulveda. So we know Pro Potential. That's the only one we know. So we'll just do a soft sell on Workhorse. It may or may not be the right one, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to advance since it's a bye week, do my recruiting, and then I'm going to cut the stream off there so I can go get ready for the podcast. Let's see. Alright, got points to spend. See, normally I go recruiter year 1. I just wanted to try out and see how bad it is comparatively if I go motivator first. And get the extra training in the off season versus the extra recruiting in year one. Alright, let's see, how did our board shake out? Okay, we got Heflin, outside linebacker from Cincinnati, Ohio, 6'1", 243, power rusher, hidden gem. We did get Batista, Tony Batista, who will be renamed to Dave Batista. He is 6 foot 203, safety out of Hollywood, Florida. Yes. Alright, we're still unopposed on Juan Davis. Should get a commitment from Youssef this week. Juan. Alright, Texas has jumped in on Spitzer. We've still got a good lead, so now that we're adding the 40 back, we should be completely fine with them. I believe his pitch is going to be Sunday bound. Okay, so I think we got Kaufman because Alabama's right neck and neck with us, but they didn't even overtake us this week, and we got our visit this week, so I think we get Kaufman. Madhu, we've got him. We've got him. Vander does. This is close. Ooh, I don't know. I actually think we're gonna lose Vander does because we had our visit last week. He's going to commit this week, but I think Georgia's got 5-tier pipeline where we've only got 2, and they're just barely behind us. So I think we probably lose Vander does to Georgia. Right. Antoine Brown, our visit with him is this week, so I just hope that we get enough of a cushion. Otherwise, it's going to be the same situation as Vander does. Just double checking that out. Okay, yeah. Alright, Moses Cobbs, we got the right pitch. We should get a commitment this week because this week's our visit with him. Terry Henry. Terry Henry, we've moved into 2nd place behind Florida. They have a 2-tier pipeline. Now, their visit is this week, and our visit is next week, so I don't know. But we do have all A+ on his pitch, so I don't know. We'll see how that comes down. We may not be able to get him away from Florida, though. DeBeer, we are now in 1st place, and he's cut to top 5. Let's go ahead and schedule a visit. We'll probably drop down to 2nd place this week, only putting 10 hours on him unless we have enough overflow to be able to put him at full hours. But alright, let's see. Fayad, we're in top spot, and he's cut to top 5. We can schedule a visit. Pitch championship contender. Put the 10 back on. Cole Anger, we have moved into 2nd place. He's cut to top 5. We're the only one with a visit scheduled. We're the only one. We have 4-tier pipeline versus Wisconsin's 2, so our influence is greater than theirs each week. So the question is, let's see, our visit is next week with them, and they don't have a visit scheduled with them, so I think we'll end up coming out on top in this one. Bickley, he's in top 5 now. We are in 4th spot. We can schedule a visit now. So we'll do that. We'll sell brand exposure. Put 10 back on. Sepulveda, we're in 2nd place. We know the right pitch. It's workhorse. But we're going to go ahead and put that to... Wait, what am I doing? Hold on. Bickley is supposed to... I don't know why... Hold on. Did we just... Yeah, we... Okay, never mind. We just did that. Never mind. I'm dumb. We might be good on Sepulveda. The fact that we moved above Florida and our visit is before them and Nebraska, I think we have a good shot at him. We've moved into 1st place on Keaho, but he's still in top 8. Klutz has moved to top 5. We are in number 1 spot, and Texas has actually withdrawn their scholarship offer for him. Let's see. We'll schedule a visit. Actually, we don't need to schedule a visit because we're the only ones going after him right now. So we know championship contender, we know program tradition, so that's going to be football influencer. And we'll put 10 on there. And Bruss is still in top 8. We are now second on his board. Now we can go spend some of those overflow points on the guys that we scheduled visits with. So with De Beer, we know his is going to be Workhorse, so we'll add that. Fayad. Actually, I'm going to go with Bickley. I think that's a closer race than with Fayad. Alright, we know brand exposure. So let's see, how many with brand exposure could it be? So it could be starter, it could be Workhorse. Alright, so those are the only 2 it could be, so I'm just going to double soft sell those. Alright, and then... Alright, now we can go up here to Fayad. Alright, so we know championship contender. Alright, it could be Sunday bound and it could be football influencer. Since those are the only 2 it could be, I'm going to double soft sell those 2. Alright, now I've still got extra hours, so I'm going to max out the kicker since he is a gem. I don't want anybody to jump in on him. So let's put 50 hours on Juan Davis. And then 30 hours left. I think we're done adding people to our board. So I'm just going to use it to scout the guys that I haven't fully scouted yet. He's a broken gem. That's okay. Yep. Alright. Alright, I'm going to call the stream there. I gotta go get ready for the Maze Madman channel. For anybody that watches this, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out my other channel, Kinetic615, on all social media, Kinetic615. Check out the GoFundMe link in the bio. Check out my buddy Lichamax, who's been on here the whole time, even though you can't hear him. He has his own Twitch, Lichamax626, right? And on YouTube, Lichamax626, Lichemax626. Check him out. And check me out on the Maze Madman channel. We're going live at 7 o'clock Eastern, so here in 30 minutes, every Monday on the Maze Madman channel. As always, go blue. Do what? Yeah, usually.